Okay guys, welcome back, and in this episode it's going to be really cool because I'm going to be doing waves on one of my good clients. We're going to be doing 360 waves in this episode. This is a quarantine haircut, so coming out of quarantine we're going to do this transformation. Alright, so we're going to see what we're working with here. It's been quarantine for us out here in LA. It's been about maybe 4 months now, right?
Yes, literally, yep. 3.5, yeah, 4. Rusty.
I'm gonna start taking my number 4 guard and I'm gonna work with the grain. This is my first time doing this, so what I've been told is that you have to keep it a little bit longer so that the curls can make its place. The way the hair was set when he came in, I want to make sure I'm following that growth pattern as I'm going through the entire head. However you see the hair being dispersed, this is the way you're going to brush the hair to make sure that you're keeping the curls in place once you add the do-rag. Be careful with the area in the back where the cowlick is at. Make sure you keep that in the right direction. Now that I've combed through, it's loosened the hair a little bit and I can go back in and cut any hair that I didn't get before. I'm going to follow the same taper tutorials that I usually do. I'm really loving the Babyliss Fx clipper and trimmer. It works really well on coarse hair, and this is the perfect type of client to use these tools. Here's the Babyliss Fx trimmer that recently just came out. The official launch date is July 1st, but a couple distributors already have it. So if you guys can do like a quick Google search or check with your local distributors, you'll be able to find this piece. I've been using it for a couple of days now and I truly love it. Now, one thing to remember is that when you're working with a deep tooth blade, because the space between the teeth is bigger, this means you can remove bulk a lot faster and it won't jam up when you're moving through the hair. Just a little BTS note is that I'm using a camera on a tripod right now and I'm just shuffling back and forth depending on what kind of shot I want to get. This is just one camera that I scoop from further away and then close up when I'm trying to get the details. I'm shooting also in manual mode, and what that does is as I'm cutting, it's not going to shift focus like it would in autofocus, and then you would lose the attention that you're trying to get on the taper area, and it's going to transition over to the clipper and then it loses the focus and it gets a little blurry. So make sure you put it in focus and then you put it in manual mode. So if you watch right here, I'm in my clipper no guard area, and then I'm gonna jump into a half guard and then a 2 guard. And what this does is that it allows me to set my stopping point, and especially when you're going to flatten all this hair, you want to make sure you're not going too far. So me using a larger guide is going to let me know where to stop, and then I can go ahead and blend in between, which is what I'm doing right now. Also, just not trying to ruin the waves, I want to make sure as I'm trimming down the sides and the back that I want to still continue going with the grain. Right now I'm using about a 2 guard and a 1.5 to blend that down towards the skin taper area. Now the taper right here, I want to make sure I don't take it too high, so I'm going to Super C scoop the ledge to make sure that I don't go into the weight that I'm trying to create with the back of the head. Another style this would be called is a condensed taper, which means basically that you're blending with really small guidelines, which with the stretch blend you have wider guidelines to blend. This is where I do a lot of corner blending to clean up any areas that I see standing out. And what that means is that I'm using my clipper on the side and using maybe up to 3 little teeth to make sure I can lighten the super dark spots and get a nice consistent blend all the way across. When it comes to edge ups, make sure you start center and then work your way out. Now I'm going to follow all the perimeter with a razor line. Now edge ups are super important. This is the way it frames the face. So if they want this, I want to make sure I really add a lot of detail to this. It's going to highlight the taper or the fade. We applied a little bit of water and we put the do-rag on for another 10 minutes. And here's the final result. This is again my first time trying to do this, so thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope that this tutorial has helped you. Also, just leave a comment, subscribe, like, and share.